Hello and welcome to Moviefone. Moviefone TV is your ticket to all that's new at the movies. Here's what's hot on screen. A high school student struggles to survive the cutthroat hierarchy of her new school as Angourie Rice and Auli'i Cravalho star in the musical comedy Mean Girls.
May I have everyone's attention, please? We have a new student.
What's up, Kitty?
Are you trying to make the rest of us feel dumb?
I'm not trying to, it's just happening.
Dear God, woman.
I think this movie is such a great hybrid of the 2004 movie, the Broadway show, and it's got all of its own special magic and glitter and excitement thrown into it.
Get in, loser! Get in, loser.
All of our characters are kind of this new reimagination on this like melding of the original 04 characters and the Broadway show characters, because I think those were also vastly different.
We're gonna make her pay.
Girls are made deranged by what's called hormones. WHO.
What is going on?
Don't worry about it. Dance break.
Everyone loves Mean Girls. I was born in 2000, this film came out in 2004, so like there hasn't been a time that Mean Girls hasn't been in my life, you know? Like it is iconic.
It's really hard to approach something like people have such strong feelings and opinions about, like people love so much. So it's, you know, there's a lot of pressure to live up to that in some way or another.
Action.
And I never told anyone because I am such a good friend!
Mean Girls is sacred. It's sacred text, but it's also sacred for pop culture. I don't know if pop culture has many movies where it's like, do not touch it, leave it alone. But Mean Girls is that movie.
I was just so excited, I think, to be involved in the movie. I was just like, yes, absolutely. I think maybe the intimidation came once, you know, you get delivered the script and you open it up and you're like, wow, I'm supposed to say that's so fetch. Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
That is so fetch. What is fetch?
It's like slang from an old movie.
Funny how the mean girl opened all the doors. I've been told y'all, I'm the best Gina George.
We as women have to support each other.
Yes, Tina was so incredible with offering knowledge, guidance. My casting journey actually started with an email from her and then a Zoom call with her. I think also what meant a lot is that she gave us freedom. Like I think she's such a great writer because she knows how to write great characters with great story arcs, but also she gives them to the actors.
Yeah, she's such an actor's writer.
Yeah.
And an actor's director and an actor's producer, which makes such a huge difference.
I mean, she was there every single day. She was like our little North Star angel. She's awesome. You know, don't meet your heroes isn't always true. We met our hero and she slayed. She's amazing.
Rachel Hamilton fills her inhaler with vodka.
Oh, that's how you use it. Slay, queens.
I was just so excited to work with Tina and work with all of you guys. I mean, just like an exceptionally talented group of people.
This is truly a new take on these classics.
Slay like no one's watching. But everybody's watching. Because you're gorgeous.
Moviefone Spotlight. A journalist investigating the darker sides of humanity discovers the incredible resilience of the human spirit as Angourie Ellis-Taylor stars in the drama Origin from director Ava DuVernay.
Are you interested in writing something for us?
I don't do assignments anymore.
Yeah, you're a better writer than most people do anything. Have you heard the tapes?
No. Of what?
Sanford Police Department, this is Sean.
Hey, we've had some break-ins in my neighborhood, and there's a real suspicious guy. Looks like he's up to no good or something.
Once I understood that I could have the main character of this be this swashbuckling, intellectual adventurer known as Isabel Wilkerson, played by the great Angourie Ellis-Taylor, the film kind of came together and came to life for me, that I could share the ideas in the book by going through this dynamic character.
I want to be in the story. Really inside the story.
One of my first conversations with Ava was that she wanted to explore the interior life of a Black woman.
I was an enormous fan of the book, and honestly, I did not see any path in the world of taking this book and making it into a film.
I thought it was the most profound work of Ava's career. The fact that she could take that book and adapt it to this screenplay was, I was mind blown.
I was just so excited about dramatizing the mind of a Black woman genius.
You go and write your stories. Folks need to know about this. The fact that she said, I would like for you to bring some light into this movie because it is very heavy. I said, in this one? And she was like, if anybody can find it, I know you can.
Mom made me promise I'd come by today. It's my birthday.
Wait, today is your birthday?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
It's Brett.
I'm Isabel.
Yeah, I know.
The chemistry between Angourie Ellis-Taylor and John Bernthal was so palpable, so kind of off the charts. As we were watching, I felt like these two people were in each other's lives, and they would always be. That's so much of what we needed to achieve in this, because that is the way that Isabel Wilkerson had shared that she feels that connection with her husband, with Brett.
I worked with Angourie before on King Richard. I jumped at the chance to work with her again. I think she's the best actor working today.
Most relationships end. Friendships, romances, they break.
What I love about Ava's process as a director is that she wants you to experience things live and in real time.
She has this unique ability of making actors feel like each of you are her favorite. I don't know how she does that, but because I thought I was her favorite, I'm gonna tell you that. Until I saw her with somebody else, and I said, wait a minute.
Walking across the intersection in New Delhi, that's like how many directions that was traffic coming from? 6, 8, you know, a lot of cars coming at you at one time, and a camera is behind us or in front of us. And I was just so exhilarated by that. It was so dangerous, but I was like, I'm a stunt woman right now, you know? And that's what it's like with her.
I don't write questions. I write answers.
Up next on Moviefone TV, Jeffrey Wright and Coleman Domingo. To find out where to watch any movie, check out Moviefone.com. Find it, watch it.
If you don't laugh, you cry, you know, and the comedy, the satire is really just tragedy in disguise, you know, that's how I see it.
Moviefone recommends. Jeffrey Wright stars as a frustrated novelist who is pushed to the heights of fame and hypocrisy after the success of his latest novel in the comedic drama American Fiction.
Where are our stories? Where's our representation?
Would you give us the pleasure of reading an excerpt?
Yo, Sharonda, girl, you be pregnant again? If I is, Ray Ray is gonna be a real father this time around. Thank you.
My first thought was, wow, this is a lot like what's going on in my life right now. The social commentary was stuff that resonated with me, and the satire, the discussion around race, identity, culture, and media.
It gave me great amounts of hope with regards to the kind of pictures that Hollywood was willing to make that had Black people front and center in the narrative.
It's laugh out loud funny, and I'm glad that he's asking me to be a part of it. But I was really glad that I was reading something that I could tell on the page was strong and funny.
I wanted to make sure that I maintained the spirit of the book and to maintain sort of like what I thought Percival was trying to do. I love the book, but the book I would say is a little bit darker than the film.
Look at what they published. Look at what they expect us to write. I just want to rub their noses in it.
I had Jeffrey Wright in mind when I was reading the novel that I adapted. That's how early I started thinking of Jeffrey for the part. He just has such incredible presence. He's very smart. He's very well read. He feels like a college professor already in many ways, and he's also very funny.
Cord has such a wonderful wit about him, and he's also a super insightful guy, as you would expect from someone so witty. And he's got a fluency with the language of race and identity in a way that's rare.
We sold a book.
No.
We believe Mr. Lee has written a bestseller.
It's a joke.
The most lucrative joke you've ever told.
Now, is Stagg a pseudonym?
Yeah. Mr. Lee can't use his real name.
Is this based on your actual life?
Yeah, you think some college boy can come up with that?
No, I don't.
I think the comedy, the deft and light touch is one that doesn't make the audience feel like they're gonna be sitting through a message movie, even though the message is powerful and necessary.
If you don't laugh, you cry, you know, and the comedy, the satire is really just tragedy in disguise, you know, that's how I see it.
We all know that good drama comes with comedy, and great comedy needs, drama.
I think that treating serious subjects in ways that allow people to laugh and find joy is one way to sort of build empathy.
We want to put him on the cover in one of those scarves, I guess you would call them, tied around his head.
A do-rag?
Do-rag, that's it. Do-rag and a tank top with the muscles showing.
Somebody call the fire department.
Find it. Watch it. Coleman Domingo and director George C. Wolfe shine a spotlight on the forgotten architect of the historic March on Washington in the biographical drama Rustin.
Who is that?
The famous Bard Rustin.
In 41, you called for a large-scale march. The time has come for another.
Nobody.
Bayard Rustin was openly gay at a time when, I think that, they didn't want him to be the face of a movement in many ways. Yet he was very much the architect of the March on Washington.
History can be very brutal. It will choose who it's going to shine a light on and then ignore many other people. And it's really a shame that it happened to somebody like Bayard, who was so instrumental in the organizing this monumental event and doing so in 8 weeks' time.
We are going to put together the largest peaceful protest made up of angelic troublemakers such as yourselves.
I became familiar with him because I helped to create a museum in Atlanta called the Center for Civil and Human Rights. And in doing that, in all my research, I focused on him in a very intense way.
He came across my mind when I joined the African American Student Union at Temple University. Then, of course, I did more research to find out who he was, and I was just blown away.
The entire D.C. police force has been mobilized.
What they really want to destroy is all of us coming together and demanding this country change.
He's a wonderful actor. I'd worked with him in Ma Rainey, and so it was great to work with him again. He brings a passion and an intelligence to his work.
I can't surrender my differences. The world won't let me.
I come from the theater, and I think that I've always built a character fully. You'll see that he actually speaks in a higher, readier voice than I have, and so I want to find his pitch in many ways, and his pitch is also a clue to many things about him, about his personality as well.
We are committed to altering the trajectory of this country towards freedom. That's what's on the line, nothing less.
He was also a very dear friend and comrade to Dr. Martin Luther King. And that was challenging for many people, So I think that the history books sort of did everything they could to try to erase his contribution.
Lord, I hope and pray they come today.
Coming up on Moviefone TV, we look at the thrillers Walden and the end we start from.
When I first read the script, the thriller aspect of it immediately caught me.
In case you missed it, a terminal illness fuels a mild-mannered court stenographer on a quest to right the injustices he's witnessed in the courtroom, as Emile Hirsch stars in Walden.
I'm the ghost of the courtroom. I arrive, I take out my machine, and I record every moment, every truth, every lie, every word.
When I first read the script, the thriller aspect of it immediately caught me. So it was a really good read.
You won't like today's case. Bad man.
And then there was a wondering of who this character is.
9-year-old child choked to death.
Plus 3 more, all disappeared in the last 10 years, no results.
Whenever you watch a courtroom drama, you know, you've got the defense and the prosecution and the judge and the jury, but nobody ever pays attention to the stenographer.
How do you take all of these things you see throughout the day and throughout the week and throughout the month and throughout the years home with you?
It's a tough thing for someone with a good moral compass to do, is just to sit there and record. He discovers he has a brain tumor and becomes a vigilante.
Sometimes evil walks away.
Emil responded to him as he was because he said he's kind of one of life's lost souls, as it were.
I think when you find a part that you really feel comfortable in, you know where you're going to be. I think sometimes that makes it easier.
He really took a big shot at playing this character that far from who Emil really is.
When do we start to punish such evil? Who are you?
The stenographer.
He takes it to the extent of, you know, actual murder. But, you know, we've created a very famous superhero a la Batman, who's seen so many injustices in the world and trying to do what he or she can do to prevent it.
I've lived long enough to have met people who have both sides in their personality. I wanted the dichotomy of Walden to be the talking point.
Most people, you don't approve of that kind of vigilante justice, but when you're watching it, you're like, I mean, I'm not mad, you know? It's a weird fine line.
Indie Corner. Set against the backdrop of an environmental crisis, Jodie Comer explores the bonds of motherhood and the will to survive in the dramatic thriller, The End We Start From.
Do you want to go and have some dinner?
Well, I don't know you.
I don't know you either. Could be a disaster.
Jodie's name came up pretty early, and then it seemed like she might want to do it, and I loved her. And I'd seen quite recently that she did Help by Mark Munden, and she was amazing. I mean, she is amazing, but for me, it showed me this other part that she played was just so fierce and brilliant, and so I was so desperate to work with her. So when she was interested, I was so happy.
I'm just like having a moment, you know.
When you're faced with disaster or these life-changing events, you have to move forward. And underneath it all, there's something beautiful in seeing the world through this new pair of eyes, the baby's eyes, and they don't give a flying hoot about what's going on around. And that being an anchor to a worldview as well, that I thought was quite interesting.
I don't understand what this rejection of the world means.
For me, it was this feeling of like big world, little people, and this feeling of that particular time of being a parent, the first time you'll become a parent, and life-changing effect of that for good and bad, and what you lose and how you change and how it redefines you in this sometimes uncontrollable way. And I was really interested in that, and I was interested in this idea of that kind of constant turning around of present and the future that comes when you're a new parent, and that relating with an environmental crisis felt really I felt like it was needed to be spoken about.
Where are you going to go? Home. Going home.
Stay tuned. There's more coming up on Moviefone TV. Thanks for watching Moviefone TV. To find out where to watch any movie, check out Moviefone.com. Find it, watch it.